Hi again. Hands in the air if you've ever had a job or still have a job where it got to a Sunday evening and you were dreading have to go back to work on a Monday morning. I've read some statistics that say up to 85% of people that work full-time jobs are unhappy in their jobs. Well, it's time to change that. It doesn't actually come as much of a surprise to me that people feel this way. I remember when I had a job myself where I worked full-time from 7:30 in the morning till 5 on the evening. And it was in a jewellery shop. And as much as I liked the guy that I worked for and everything, and the job wasn't too bad, I just hated that I didn't have the freedom that I wanted with my time. And I distinctly remember one Saturday afternoon, I was looking out the window of the shop and I seen my friends walk past on the other side of the street laughing. They were all there, having a laugh, having fun, and I just felt like, what am I doing here? And I made a promise to myself that day that I would escape the 9 to 5, the rat race, and I would do whatever it took to do that because I did want ultimate freedom with my time. I just didn't really want to be there. I didn't want to be taking orders from somebody. I didn't want to feel that I was subordinate. In fact, if you think about it, having a boss is a bit like modern day slavery. They tell you when you can go to the toilet, when you can't, when you can eat, when you can't. In fact, I think every job I ever had where I was working for somebody, I had to work through the lunch break, so it was never really a break at all. And isn't it funny how they only pay you enough that you're never actually free? You always have to keep coming back to work. I didn't want any of that. I wanted full freedom with my time, and I hate the fact that I was trading my time for money. For me, that first job, even though it was fairly long hours, 7:30 till 5, the pay packet was tiny, so I couldn't do anything. Like, I wanted to go out and buy things that I needed, and I wanted to go and enjoy life a bit. I couldn't do any of those things. I definitely couldn't save any money. I only just had enough money to do some of the things that I wanted to do. And this made me feel a bit resentful and irritated. And of course, that demotivated me to do the job even more. And so I got out of that job and followed my passion, which at the time was the gym. So I got qualified as a fitness instructor and it was okay. I enjoyed it. I was following my passion, but I realised it couldn't really take me as far as I wanted to go, and it still wasn't on my own terms. So I set up a window cleaning company, and I expanded that company. It gave me purpose. I enjoyed it, and I felt like I was building something, which felt much better because I was living life on my own terms. And most importantly, I'd released myself from the shackles of working for somebody. Now, to be fair, not all jobs are bad. I mean, you might be one of those people that is in the 15% that actually likes their job and gets on with the boss and looks forward to going to work. But what if you're not? What if you're one of the 85% that doesn't like going to work? Well, in this case, the only reason I can think of to keep that job is to have an income stream while you work on your real passion. Whatever passion project that is for you, the thing that you want to do that will bring so much meaning and fulfill you that you can ultimately replace a 9 to 5 job and then do it full time working on your passion. The thing with that is you're working in a job and then spending your nights working on your real passion project. But what if you could find a job where you could work on your passion project while doing the job? So personally, if it was me, what I would do is I would actually leave the job anyway. I would find the most boring, easy job in the world that during the times that I'm at work, I can be working on my passion project so that I'm actually getting paid to do it. Or even if I couldn't get paid to work on a project that I want to work on, at least I'd be getting paid for doing the things that I enjoy. Because for me personally, I like to read, I like to write, I like to watch movies. And if I could find a really boring job that would actually pay me while doing these things, then at least I'm getting paid for doing the things that I like. I remember a friend called Scott who used to have a job in a hotel, and he worked the night shift. So he would go in and do a 12-hour shift on a night, but there was pretty much nothing to do. So what he would do is he'd take a book, maybe a couple of books with him. Sometimes he'd watch stuff. And I thought how great it was that he was actually getting paid to read. For somebody like me who loves reading, I was like, wow, it's like you're actually getting paid to read. Like, how many jobs would actually pay you to do that? So aside from like any late night guests arriving at the hotel, that's all he had to do really. So I thought that was great. I know Jordan Peterson said the definition of a job is something you get paid for because you wouldn't normally do it. You wouldn't volunteer to do it for free. So the way I see it is you've got two options. You can either keep working and live frugally until you've got enough invested that you can reduce your working hours, or you can take it just an easy job where you can still get paid for doing the things that you like. I don't really see many other options, but if there's people out there that have some ideas about this, it would be good to hear from you in the comments. I hope this has given you a little bit of food for thought about when it comes to you and your career path, whether you're in a job that you don't like. Could you be doing something different? I think there's a lot to be said for working an easy job, an easy, boring job, because at least you're kind of stress-free, which is a big thing. And yeah, it's like maybe you'll get less pay, but isn't that justified if you're going to be having a happier, peaceful life? But like I said, if you can do that and live frugally and save a bit and invest, then ultimately, eventually, you should be able to reduce your working hours and eventually have a complete freedom with your time. I've got a few other videos about this. Go check them out. Might give you some other ideas. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you next time. Ciao.